Hey fellow YouTubers, it's Original Ren. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're a returning subscriber, thanks again for stopping by. And if you're new to my channel, thanks for checking out my videos. Gonna jump right into this. Don't want to waste anyone's time. Welcome to Lolicon dedication video part 2. Now in my previous video, which I had to go back and watch because I don't remember like half of it, I talked about the politics behind lollies and lolicons, and I talked about just some random showcases of figurines and other merchandise that I owned. And that's not going to be the format of this video. I decided to do it a little bit differently. I'm going to still showcase a bunch of items. Actually, a majority of these items are focused on Yuki Mikan from To Love Room because I have some unboxings to do, and I thought, man, what better way than to use this video as an excuse. Anyways, it's going to more focus on merchandise and also just my preferences. What are my favorite lollies? And it's more of an open questionnaire type video. If you want to write something in the comments section, leave a comment, talk about your preferences or whatever it is. It's an open forum. Feel free to feel comfortable doing so. Now I'm going to warn everybody again, as I did in the disclaimer, this is content that some people really aren't that comfortable with. If you're not, feel free to skip it over. Completely understand. I have my limits as well, so I'm not going to go extremely overboard. It's more on the tame side for well-known characters that you've probably seen in many series before, as you can see from some of the posters behind me. Prismalia, To Love Your Darkness, No Game No Life, Idolmaster, Gochimon, all series that you are well versed with, and they're already kind of viewed shows. I'm not going to go into the kind of obscure stuff, so I'm not really into that scene, and you know, if you are, cool, awesome. Anyways, as I was mentioning, again, there is some not safe for work content in here, so if you're not into this and this isn't your cup of tea, feel free to check out some other videos on my channel. Completely understand. And you know what? If you have a recommendation or a suggestion, leave it in the comment section. I love taking suggestions. This was actually a suggestion that was mentioned to me multiple times, so I decided to finally do it. So, enough explanation, enough chit-chat, let's get into it. I'm going to talk about the posters behind me in a second, and ones I printed. I kind of change out my walls sometimes. I've been doing that recently because it's been really bland seeing the same posters every day. And obviously the content of this video will not cover everything that I possibly own. I own plenty of other stuff, but just the bulk of that video alone and having to organize all that stuff is a pain in the ass. Don't want to do that. So, let's talk about one of my favorite characters of all time is Kuro, Chloe Van Eisbern from Prismalia. And as you can see, there's a poster behind me, which I'll talk about in a moment. But the first thing I want to actually showcase as an item is a playmat. This playmat is a TCG playmat, trading card game playmat, if you can see that entire thing on camera. This was about, I'll say about 4,000 yen, 40 bucks even exchange, that I ended up getting. It's of her art, which is a figure that I'll actually be showcasing here in a moment. I don't know the actual artist name. You can kind of see the illustration that's down there if you want to zoom in on the video. Most of the content I'm going to be showing here will be zoomed out because I don't really want to like adjust the camera constantly and just too much of a hassle. The most part is just to kind of chat, have some fun, make it open forums, and if you want to talk about stuff in the comment section, do so. But yeah, that's the first thing I kind of want to show you guys. I think Kuro's character model is great. I'm a big fan of the character itself. And one reason I really like it is, well, the body color. I'm a really big fan of, I guess you could say, dark-skinned anime characters. And I think Kuro fits that bill. I also really like the eye contrast with the golden eyes. I think that's maybe just a preference thing. Also, Kuro's personality is kind of cool, so I guess it's just personal taste. I own a lot of Kuro merchandise, actually. I own blankets, figures, a daki, actually 2 dakis, posters, figures, a lot of stuff. Prismalia is kind of the go-to sort of, I guess you could say, Lolicon anime. Not really, though, because there's stuff that's more obscure out there that's way worse. So, anyways, I really like that character. And if you didn't already notice, I decided to wear a t-shirt that fits the theme. This is a t-shirt I got from a Comiket. It is of my favorite circle artist of all time, Honey Girl. On the back is Rikomon, another artist that kind of did joint work. It's both of Chino, who is probably right up there with Kuro in terms of favorite character. I own more Chino dakis, and I own pretty much every Chino figurine in existence. That's not a garage kit. So, yeah, I'm a really big fan of Chino as well, from Gochimon. Isagi wa desu ka? I also like Kuro as well. But you can actually see the art because this is a pillow that came with it. This is the original artwork that's on there. And then the back side here is Rico Mom's artwork as well. That's a circle artist. I think it's Rico Kori. And then it meets a Momomamu on the back. So it's a little plush pillow. I stuffed this one myself. It's docky material. It's 2-way tricot, but it's pretty comfy. It's like a little headrest pillow, I guess. Can't really put my head on that, whatever. Let's put it there. So, let's talk about the posters. I kind of showcased a couple things here. Hopefully the whole camera can catch everything. We'll start on my left, I guess. You're right. This is Shuz. Many of you may be familiar. It's kind of cut off there probably in the end. Sorry. Couldn't fit the whole thing. This is a Shuz work. I think this was an anthology of a bunch of different artists that did some stuff. Shuz just had the cover art. And I put this one out here because some people are really into Opie Lolly. And I kind of wanted to showcase that because these are obviously Lolly-esque characters, but it's Opie. Now, Shuz, as you are well aware of and I've talked about in previous videos, is very prominent on putting large chests on his characters, like extremely overblown chests that are like balloon size. Guilty pleasure of mine, sorry, as you well are aware. I love his work. His stories are stupid. I'm just gonna say that I don't like his stories. It's got a lot of like Shotokan material, which I'm not really a fan of that. And I like his character designs, the way he designs them. Yeah, some people say that's disgusting. Cool, to each his own. You know, you don't need to like it. I completely understand. I guess it's more of just a guilty pleasure. I like the way he draws his art. This is a lot more of his older style. I don't really like his new style as much. He changed it about 2.5 years ago, where it's become a little bit different on how he draws his characters. I'm not a big fan of it, but you know, I completely understand. People adapt and change over time. I think this comic he's releasing a Rico Dojin, which I'm really excited about. So this is Opie Lolly. Kind of want to represent that genre as well because I didn't really mention it in my previous video, and I might have. I don't remember now. I've already forgot. Nice. So that's that. Yeah. Do you guys like this kind of stuff? Maybe not. I'm a huge fan of Shuz stuff. Opie Lolly are kind of, they got their own place. Following this, this is a Dojin. It's 18 plus. I don't know the artist on this because I can't really read the text. This was a Dojin. It's, you know, Kanko is really big and a huge Dojin. Not a fan of the Akatsuki. Don't really like her as a character in Division 6 or Destroyer Division 6, I think. But love Hibiki. Hibiki, Kuro, and now mentioned Chino are three of my favorite lollies. I'm also going to throw, who I don't have, unfortunately, any merchandise for, Row 500 from Kanko as well. Those are probably my top four right there. Oh, and I have to say Rico. Not Rico. Rika Jukisaki from Idolmaster. Anzu as well. Shit, okay. There's six, right? There's six. There's Rika Jukisaki. This is great. There's Anzu, which I have a figure of, which you've already seen in the previous video. There's Kuro. It's 3. And then there's Chino. And then there's Hibiki. I think that's 5. I can't count. Anyways, those are my tops. Okay, that's it. The rest of them are kind of, they're cool, but I'm not really like into them. Like, oh man, I gotta get these figures. So, you know, whatever. But yeah, I like this. I like Hibiki. I like this artist's drawing of Hibiki as well. Does a nice job. I mean, Shimapan is more of a fetish thing, whatever. But he's got a good contrasting on art. I don't know, I just like the way he does his face. Some Hibiki art I don't like. Some Hibiki art I love. The more cutesy type Hibiki art that's more sexualized is cool. The more realism type Hibiki art is kind of on the, you know, I like it when it leans more towards the cute design like this rather than the realism design. I can't really give a comparison right now. I mean, I could find some merchandise, I'm sure, that kind of compares it, but too lazy. Here we have the girl. I like this guy's art. This is the same artist on these two artworks. Kind of touch base on both. Mew, Ilya, and Kuro. Now, interestingly enough, these two figures have figures which I'll be showcasing here next. Mew's figure is coming out in August, and you can actually join all three. That's the huge Ami Kuni lolly ones that are really risque, like these posters. You might be asking, actually, now that you think about this, Ren, how the hell Does your poster company allow you to print stuff like that? Well, that's a very good question, because I've been questioning that myself as well. I kind of started out small, and then I kind of pushed the boundary, and they've never come back to me once about the posters I printed, which is extremely interesting, because even on their disclaimer, they say, no sexually explicit or pornographic material. I'd say this borders on that, so, I don't really know how they do it. I think they just want money, is the kind of deal there, so whatever. I don't know, I really like this art. The lines are a little bit weird on some of the parts, but whatever, well, it's okay. This one has kind of some weird lines as well. The faces are really nice on these. I didn't like these at first, but they kind of grew on me, style-wise, so I ended up getting posters of them. Especially that one. But that one's a lot smaller, because the art was smaller for some reason. I don't know. Okay, enough about posters. Let's talk about figures. So, told you I'd talk about the Kuro and the Ilya. So, I might have showcased in this last video. This is that Ami Kuni Kuro one, and then the Ilya one as well. Now, they are releasing the Mew one where you can join all three on like a little bench thing or something. It's pre-ordered for August. I can already pre-order it. Unfortunately, though, I am too lazy to get that. Here's backside as well. I'm too lazy to get that because I don't want to get it until it's actually released, because maybe it'll probably be extremely expensive at the time it's released, but I don't really like pre-ordering something that's way out in August until July, because it's special orders, so I usually get it from Yahoo Auction, and because Yahoo Auction always has those sales up, it's not really a big deal, it's just a matter of spending the money. Yeah, kind of moving on from that, we have Chino. I'll probably showcase the one. This was a really good Pulchra figure, actually, this Chino right here. Pulchra does not have the highest quality of merchandise or materials that they use, but I really like the content of this one. And Chino is probably one of the best characters. As you all are aware of that, because I own like 9 Chino Dakis of my 32 Dakis I own. So, here is that Anzu again. I'm not going to really showcase that because I already showcased that in the previous video. Love Anzu as a character. I don't have the Rika figure. I'm working on getting that because I already have the Mika one. Don't have the Rika one. I get it. It's fine. Whatever. I'll come back to a bunny here. Here is a Yuki Mika. There's going to be 3 of these. This is the Max Factory one. They're still releasing the lingerie versions of these characters. I would have wanted a Yami one of this, but they haven't released them yet. I've never really seen To Love Your Darkness. But I think the wedding dress lingerie versions of these characters are pretty good. I mean, this is my personal opinion. And then I just brought on the Shiro from Aquamarine. I think this is Aquamarine, if I remember correctly. That was that weird one where it's supposed to be a swimsuit, but that's pretty much lingerie. That's a really low cut bikini top or bottom. Yeah, it's really low cut. That's too small for a bikini. But anyways, I don't know. I really like the hair in this one, and I thought the face was okay. I actually own all the Shiro figures that are coming out as well. I'm missing a Shui figure that I want to get. It's the Kotobukiya one. If anyone has any pre-orders of that, I've mentioned it before, yeah, feel free to toss that up. Totally willing to buy that off you. And we're going to do 2 unboxings. So I'm going to unbox the Yuki from QuestQ, the company I hate, which is the maid version. And we are also going to quick unbox the bunny version of Yuki as well, which I got pre-owned from Ami. So we will start with this one. Now, the camera won't probably show a lot of this. I'll just use my little trusty knife because I don't have a box cutter for some reason to open this real quick. The good news about these figurines is they don't require any assembly. It's just put them down and go. Oh, the smell of PVC now. Nice and quick. And that's it. QuestQ's plastic is actually okay. I'm pretty satisfied with the plastic so far on this. And then she just goes in her stand like that. Oh, that's the wrong way. What are these one standing characters? Oh, that's it. That was literally that easy. Oh, strong ass PVC. Fresh PVC is a weird smell. I always like smelling certain PVCs because I want to see like what kind of, you could tell like when you get a new figure it smells like plastic. That's pretty obvious, but that's a Yuki. And then we have one more Yuki here, the bunny. You can still see my face up there. Let's open her. Now this one's used, so the box is fine. I just like having a box. I don't care about the quality. I shouldn't have done that and cut toward myself. Put away. Sorry, guys. Fuck. Screwed that up. Alright. The only bunny I'm still missing is Momo. Again, if anyone has a Momo for sale, more than willing to take that off your head. Still looking for it. I want all the bunny girls, so here's Yuki. Doesn't require any assembly. That's it. Kind of weird face. Freeing's been getting a little bit better on their bunny. You know, for a character that's a lolly, it's a pretty ridiculous ass, I'm not gonna lie. Weird. Craft is alright. This famous bun she has in the back that she always uses. Yeah, I mean, that's about it. It's just a bunny outfit. Don't really do too much on that. And then, in the corner over here, also got the Yami one as well. Now, Yami goes for a lot of fucking money now, apparently, which is just blows my mind. Very expensive. And I could just, like, put her next to that one. She's dusty. Yeah. And I have the Yui and the... Eventually I'll have, like, a display, you know, when I finally get my room organized. Anyways, that's it, guys. That's the video. You know, I kind of kept this short. I don't really have much to talk about. I just kind of want to have some fun, talk about my favorite lollies. I'm a really big fan of, like I mentioned, Anzu. Really big fan of Rika Jukisaki. Check them out. Like Shuz's work. I mentioned that. You already knew that. Love Hibiki. I like that poster a lot. I like that poster a lot. Excuse me. I like that poster a lot, too. The other Prismalia girls are kind of meh. But I got that anyways. Curl's great. Curl's probably top, along with Chino. And then, there's one other one I forgot. Row 500. I like Row 500 as well. Mashiro is also a good lolly from Okana. Love Mashiro. There's a lot of characters, actually, that I like. Now, I'd say about 30% of my... 20% of my collection is Lolicon based. So... You know, take that with what you want. It's more focused on, obviously, other merchandise, as you have seen. But yeah, this is that video. Feel free to leave comments in the comment section. Don't feel afraid to share your thoughts or share your preferences as well. Like I said, there's limits to what I am into. Super borderline stuff I'm not really a fan of. I have my kind of like boundaries that say that's kind of unacceptable. You know, to each his own though. But, you know, like anyone else... It's all just a matter of preference, I suppose. So yeah, thanks for stopping by, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions for me, feel free to ask me anything in the comments section. We'll definitely make sure to check the comments on this one and answer to the best of my ability. If it's more like a passing comment I don't get to you, it's not because I hate you. It's because I just couldn't think of a response at the time. But yeah, anyways, thanks for coming, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, we'll catch you in the next one. See you later. Hey guys, as sort of a wrap up to this video, I forgot to mention a figurine that I didn't get a chance to unbox. It's the Yuki Mikon gym uniform from Pulcra. And so I wanted to quick touch base on this one, as well as use the end of this video to kind of talk about the two Lolly/Lolicon videos I did when it came to the podcast, and kind of thoughts and opinions about the genre as a whole. So I'll quick show this figurine because it's right here. This is a Yuki Mikon from Pulcra. Plastic is, you know, pretty basic quality when it comes to Pulcra material. There's nothing really unique about the figure itself. I mean, it's got an over-sexualized ass. That's really about it. It's just the character from To Love or Darkness. To Love or Darkness always tends to over-sexualize their characters to begin with. I mean, that's what the manga is about. But, hey, it actually is a pretty good craft. I think face-wise, it's actually okay as well. I mean, for Pulcra, it's not perfect, but, you know, so you get what you get. Anyways, enough about the figure, because that was just a very quick touch base on that. I kind of want to just talk about this genre as a whole when it comes to lollies. And I've always mentioned, at least in the previous video as well, I think lollies are just a genre that's part of Japan. It's always been something that is just going to be there, and it's just something that, if you're into the genre, you just kind of accept. I can see arguments for the genre and the characters. I can see arguments against it. I have my limits, just like anyone else does probably as well. At the end of the day, though, you like what you like. It's really all that matters. I think a majority of people, although not all, because I do know there are some people that don't think this way, I think a majority of people, though, aren't necessarily singling out lollies as a preference of what they enjoy. More so that the characters that are represented by them are cool characters. I mean, you could, for example, using Yuki as an example, so Yuki's a great character in the show, or even in the manga. Doesn't mean you're necessarily attracted to a lolly as a whole. I wouldn't say so. Just think it just means that maybe it so happens to be that these childlike characters in appearance happen to have personalities that people like in anime. They have more childlike, try to be mature, sexualized personalities. Everyone and every character has a different personality type, obviously. There's a lot of different personality tropes in Japan, and there's plenty of YouTube videos that will go over all those types with you. But I think the idea is that I don't think people just are singling out the fact that the character is a lolly, more so that they just like the character. And it just so happens that the characters they enjoy appeal to that subgenre, or that subset. Again, that's not for everybody. Some people do like it for the actual character design itself, so like I said, I can see sides of both spectrums. There are limits for me, just like I'm sure there's limits for anyone of borderline not okay. But like I said, even in the video when I was talking, it's all about just enjoying it, and enjoying what you like to collect or what you like to do, watch, whatever it may be when it comes to your anime hobbies. And hey, if you're not into anime, you might have learned something from these two videos. I recommend checking out the previous video. I'll link it in the description. And check out this one as well. So, anyways, that's really I wanted to kind of touch base on. Again, if you have any questions or just want to leave comments, I definitely like discussions, so please feel free to do so. Be happy to chat it up if able. Alright, thanks again, guys, as I mentioned before I edited this in. And thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Catch you in the next video. Peace out.